Welcome back, everybody. We're live with another episode of Hunters of Calamity. We're going to let our players introduce themselves here in just a second. I'll explain how you can interact with the show yourself as a viewer, and then we'll jump in. So starting off, we're going to go counterclockwise, starting with Patrick. Tell us a little bit about Wesley and yourself.
Hi, I'm Pat. I'm a tactric on Twitter and most places online. I'm playing Wesley. Wesley is a spooky boy. He was experimented on and he got powers from it, and that's his whole deal. And now he's looking for money, and he has suddenly become sort of religious as long as that he can exploit that religion to make the group money.
Perfect. Also, just heard from Zan. They're running late, but they will be joining us.
Yay!
So we'll still have Merc with us. We may have to do some video adjusting here in a second. Hey, Enchanter Tim, welcome. Speak of the devil.
Speaking of...
So our camera video screens are going to be a little wonky for a minute.
Enchanter Tim is back. Hi.
They're going to be a little wonky for a minute, so bear with us, but we'll get these working. In the meantime, let's let Last go ahead and last the order. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your character and yourself.
All right, so I'm Last of the Order. I'm at Last of the Order on Twitter. And I play Beth. She's been gone for a while, mostly because I've had to pick up some extra shifts at work. So sorry about that, but she's the professional, and she's just been out doing a couple of side jobs, and now she's ready to join back with the group. Looking forward to that. And not much else to say.
All right, perfect. And then next will be Gwen.
So, I'm Gwen. I play Paige. Paige is the fire in the dumpster fire. Paige is just tagging along in order to have friends. And that's Paige. Paige tries to not set things on fire unless we take jobs specifically to set things on fire, and then I'm like, okay, maybe setting things on fire is good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess if we're getting paid for it, we should set things on fire.
Gotcha. There we go. Sorry, I am adjusting videos
Fire is
screens
bad.
as we're going.
Paid fire is good. There
Perfect.
we go.
Let's pass it on to Zan then. Tell us a little bit about Merc and yourself.
All right. Well, Merc and myself were both running just a little bit late this morning, it would seem. So sorry about that. But no, yeah, I'm Zan. You can find me on Patreon, all Twitter, all that good stuff at Insanity TTRPG or Insanity Gaming, depending on the exact website. Yeah, and Merc is he's a complicated character. He's had some recent personal growths, both through the gifts of motherhood, through his recently discovered juicy booty, and penchant for drinking gasoline. And right now he's decided that now's the right time. The signs are all good, and it's time to start a church. Time to put some religion in other folks' lives.
Perfect. And since I'm still working on these windows a little bit, who wants to give a quick recap of what happened last time?
We found this person who gave us a job. The person was very meh about it.
The person I believe was the king pig. They sold excellent barbecue, excellent cracklins.
No, I'm talking about like the person that gave us the job.
Yeah, it was Dale or
Daryl. Daryl.
Yeah,
Yes, it was Daryl.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, he instructed us to go and assail a Liridian, not a Liridian, Bart's, I believe.
Yeah.
Corporate room, and using some clutch magic, we got in the room with our vehicle. We successfully dispatched the man with big ears that Wesley had been forewarned of, and
Paige blocked off the exit with the wall of fire.
Paige almost died too. Paige got shot a bunch. We also found 6 new members for our church, which is great news. And then we quickly destroyed the remainder of the room and got out. It was a good time. It's a good time for all.
Mm.
Am I leaving anything out, Patrick?
We got real estate advice from a taco truck driver.
That
is true.
This super chill taco truck.
Yeah. Paige was just like, I want my order. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I want my order.
I think that about covers it, and I have everybody in their right boxes now. So we're going to jump in.
I love the reaction of the taco truck people. They're like, what happened? I want my order. What happened? I want my order.
Yep. So everybody has ended up back at Merc's little haven at that office by the mine. And Beth, I'm gonna say that yeah, you were on another job for somebody else. You got called away and came back and
heard about a cult and decided to follow up on that. Maybe reconnecting with old friends.
Yeah, and you probably see the Hummer, which has a catapult on the top of it. Looks like it was pulled from a different vehicle.
And our 5-act lights.
And no, you don't see those. You see the Hummer with the catapult up on the top. Looks like it was pulled from a different vehicle. The Hummer is scratched up, paint missing. There's a bullet dent in one of the doors. It looks like it's crashed into things and been repaired. And all of the interior, the upholstery, that's what I was looking for, has been clearly set on fire at one point and then put out. And there's an entrance that goes into the little mine where you can hear voices coming from.
All right, I guess I'm going to, with, guard up, go in, look around, check things out.
Okay. Go ahead and roll sharp. And I'll have Wesley, Merc, and Paige roll that as well to see if you hear each other, respectively.
And it was 2d6?
2d6, plus whatever your sharp is.
I have no idea what's going on.
I got a 5 total.
Okay.
That was a 3 plus 2.
Got a strong 8.
I got experience.
Yeah.
Yay! I never get.
Yeah, I have no idea how I even level up my character, if I'm being honest. So
every time that you fail roll, you take down 1 experience. You mark 1 experience, and then every 5 XP you level up.
Okay, so I leveled up last game, and I didn't really realize how to.
Okay, if you look at like the bottom of your if you look at the bottom of your character sheet and roll 20, it'll have the different options that you can take to level
improvement.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a Monster Hunter, or not Monster Hunter. Monster of the Week is what we're playing. It's powered by the Apocalypse game, yeah.
Monster Hunter, not Monster Hearts. Monster Hearts is a completely different game.
As is Monster Hunter. That's a video
Monster
game.
Hunter's a good game, let's be honest.
It's a pretty good one. Also, as a heads up to everybody, if I seem a little bit not with it today, I have had a migraine all day. My brain is a little foggy, so I apologize if things are confusing. But I will do my best to not let my brain fizzle out. Anyways,
Okay,
so
I'm gonna add one to tough.
Patrick. Wesley's the only one that hears anything. We're gonna go with your explanation first. So I'm assuming you're probably like working on a weapon, or maybe like cleaning your gun, for example, or something along those lines. What sort of idle activity are you doing in there?
I haven't really used a gun lately. I think I'm. Oh, I'm cleaning my new chainsaw that I got last time.
Oh yeah, the flaming chainsaw. I forgot about
Well,
that.
hello,
Okay.
Ash.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
actually I put a requirement on it. Every time he wants to activate it, he has to say groovy.
Yes.
Groovy.
Yes, I
That
think maybe I'm using some of that grain alcohol I bought. I'm cleaning it with that, and then also maintaining my buzz with that.
What is the third tenet? What is the third tenet, Father Wesley? What
I'm
is
not
the third
wasting
tenet?
it. I'm not abusing it. It is abuse not thine
Thou
substances.
shalt not abuse thy substance.
We're using all parts of the grain alcohol. Nothing is going to waste.
Oh my goodness. So Wesley, as you're doing that, you hear the sound of a twig snapping or like loud gravel crunching just outside the main entrance of the sort of cavern. And then let's go with worst fail to least fail. Zan, for Merc, what are you doing in the Haven as you
I
as you're
think
listening?
he is passing around the Idiot's Guide to Catapult Operations, and to let his followers read his work, and then just kind of drunkenly rambling about the tenets of Mercism while holding the two sniper rifles, and just kind of flailing them around since they're both broken at this point, so they're kind of safe.
Okay.
But they don't know that.
Right. So as you're speaking to them, trying to be inspirational and authoritative, you sling one of those sniper rifles around the wrong way, and the butt of it just smacks you in the face. And because you've just been smacked in the face with the butt of a rifle, you didn't hear anything.
Ow.
Paige, what are you doing right now as Beth is approaching and you're unaware?
Oh, Beth is on the tablet playing gambling.
Of course. So as you're doing that, you've got a high stakes hand that you're in, and you're pretty sure that you've got the other person, dead to rights. And turns out they've got like a royal flush. And in your frustration, you don't hear anything. Beth, as you're approaching, you're pretty sure that you heard voices. And so you're sort of tiptoeing along, and then you step on a piece of scrap metal or something and trip over it and pretty much face plant right into the gravel.
Mood.
But
Much sums up my life.
amazingly, only Wesley heard you. Wesley. You also hear a face planting sound coming from the walkway.
Oh my gosh, okay.
If it's any more of those bear, shark, wolf things, we don't want any.
Hey, whoa! Now, I didn't say that. Look at those two. Look at
Yeah,
Skip
they're
and
so
Jack. They're
cute.
so lonely.
Yeah, we can always use more.
I don't know. That sounded like an adult falling, not a pup, newt, kit. What do you? I don't know what you call a baby one of those.
I don't. Yeah, you call the baby ones babies.
No, we don't.
Yes, I do. They're babies.
Sorry. What were we talking about?
We want another puppy shark thing.
I think at this point, Beth, you could probably hear this conversation happening.
I think you should call it Beth.
Whoa!
Oh, Beth!
Hey, I got you 2 presents.
I heard there was a new religion forming here, and I thought I might investigate further. It's nice to see you again.
Church.
Hey.
Yeah, we are the Church of Merc.
Yeah,
I figured you'd get into something like that if I left you.
we're kind of a
Really?
tax haven.
I can get behind that.
Hey, but I got you some guns. Can you not break these?
I'll try my best.
Here you go.
Awkward, sorry.
I hand over the 2 guns.
Awkwardly takes them.
Do you want any gasoline? We're kind of drinking that now. It's like the
You
ceremony.
Is
mean
that healthy?
No.
No,
I
it's,
did-
it's not.
I took a sip. It wasn't
problem-
that bad, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, the problem is Merc is a god. He can do what he wants, but we are mortals.
Then I will pass on the gasoline.
Yeah. By
All
the
right.
way, oh no, Merc, you've got Immortal, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's the only reason you aren't dying from this.
Yep. It was a great decision. Great level up.
Page's in character. In
Everyone
character
else-
explanation is actually accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured if anyone were to be breathing gasoline, it would be Paige, considering she's already a firecracker.
Aw, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah, just as a
bet
heads
touching
up.
that stuff because it would kill me.
Anyone who does try to drink that will have to make a roll to not lose brain cells.
And
Assuming you have any
Paige
left.
has to make a roll to not explode.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it is ethanol. It's not just straight, gasoline, but still.
Oh,
Still,
did you see Paige's tentacles?
Her
I
what?
did that.
Oh yes, Paige now has 2 tentacles on her chest.
3.
She's still green too. Weren't you
3.
green for a while?
Oh yeah.
To
No,
be fair,
Paige is no
I had
longer
nothing to
green.
do with the green.
Did I
But
hallucinate that?
they're blue tentacles, so two right there and 1 right in the center.
Yes. So is it just? Did you see Paige's tentacles? Not something you hear every day. That goes for a lot of lines that happen in this game.
Yeah.
To catch everyone up, so when Paige got shot, she took a full 3-round burst to the chest. Merc decided to heal, and the result was, I think it was a partial success. So the healing worked,
Yeah.
but Paige also ended up with tentacles where the bullet scars were.
And they still got bullets in them.
Oh.
Now, or how do we know that the bullets didn't turn into tentacles?
Yeah.
Good point.
I'd say it's pretty obvious. It wiggles them.
Better than win-win. It's great.
But we got Paige back. No, we got Beth back. Sorry, this ethanol is hitting today.
Right.
Yes!
I feel like I'm sobering up, which is concerning because I don't know what kind of I don't know what to expect when that happens. But I'm feeling briefly lucid. Weren't we treasure hunting at some point?
Weren't we?
Whatever came of that.
We got treasure, lots of treasure. We don't have lots of money.
I mean, we got
Here's what I
some money,
came
but we
back
didn't get a
for.
treasure.
Was treasure hunting. If you're no longer in that game, I don't think this party is really meant for me.
Oh,
No,
where-
we burnt down We blew up an executive boardroom to get enough money for food, but I'd like to get back to the treasure thing.
Yeah, weren't we going to? Wasn't there like an oil rig that we were gonna eco-terrorize, or a stronghold that we were having thoughts about?
I have strong feelings about terrorizing things.
Right. So there's a bandit fortress. It's really just it's kind of like our neighbor. It's literally right outside.
Mhm.
That would be fun to blow up. I don't know how much money there is in it. And then
No.
Generally, if you blow something up with wanton abandon or reckless abandon, you blow up the money and treasure with it.
right,
Exactly.
we were
I will give
talking
you all
about blowing up.
this.
Need Beth.
I will give
There's
you all
the-
this. The bandit camp is right up against a mountain, much like this mine sort of shaft thing that you're in right now. And you do know that the vaults tend to be, in the ground or inside mountains or caves or things like that.
We were
If
gonna
we
blow up
raid
that
it.
oil rig because the mob owned it, I think, and we thought maybe there was treasure underneath.
No.
Also,
no.
fuck that guy because he shot our car, so we don't need a reason to blow it up.
Yeah.
Also, we got a car.
That was the reason. That was the reason. He's on the car list.
Which car list? There's like 3 car lists.
No, there's
A list of people that hurt the car.
Wesley pulls out like
hurt the car.
yeah. Wesley pulls out like
I thought
3
we
or
were going
4
to be
different
using them as
lists.
fuel or something.
Oh
I
no,
was
no,
concerned.
these guys are my loyal followers. Isn't that right? Louder.
So the executives that you've been, spinning sniper rifles around, they just sort of like nod and sort of with a high squeak voice, are like, "Yep, that's right."
See, we're an official church. We've got acolytes.
Speaking of great Merc, have these acolytes signed over their worldly possessions to the church yet?
I think now is the perfect time for them to do that, Father Wesley.
Yes, please.
Do they have worldly possessions? They look like they've been living in the cave for a while.
No, we're still having a party.
I mean, the suits weren't this burnt and bloody until we showed up. They looked very nice before we met them.
So as
How
Merc
long
and
ago
Wesley
did you
are
meet them?
talking to you, Beth, behind them you see one of them hold up a legal pad, and it's reversed in the camera, but they're just like holding this up, and it says "Help us!" exclamation point, exclamation point.
Ah. Yup, not something I can be bothered with.
So now's a great time for y'all to sign your stuff over, since you've already renounced your position as sleeve-wearing dire dogs. So now is a great time for you just to go ahead and make the full jump to the Church of Merc and the Cult of Merc, really, whatever you want to call it. We don't really believe in labels, like we don't really believe in sleeves here. Yeah, just go ahead
you-
and just everything you've got, please.
You made them give up their sleeves?
Yeah, sleeves are bullshit.
Looks at her own outfit. Just don't do that to me.
Hey, you haven't joined the church yet. You make your own decisions. I'm not here trying to tell you how to live your life.
And then you look at Paige, and Paige is now wearing overalls with no sleeves.
A tentacle coming out of one, like, hello.
So, Merc, let me have you roll a couple of things.
Right on.
First of all, weird to try to manipulate your
So that'll be
Your
hostages.
acolytes.
all right. That'll be plus 3.
Hostages.
Whew, Merc is not rolling hot tonight.
Okay.
We have
Now
a D6.
roll-
You can add a D6 to that.
You do have 3d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
I,
important.
I would actually like to use one of those on this one.
All right.
All right. So that's a
Yes!
12.
9,
Fantastic.
10, 11, 12. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now roll sharp for me.
All right. Now this is where things are going to get interesting.
Define
Ooh.
interesting.
Man.
You cannot
We're
roll
not
today.
on fire tonight.
No, tonight
on
is
fire.
not Merc's night.
Okay,
Again,
so
payback
There will
for
be
it.
fire.
your hostages frantically draw up contracts and sign them and hand them to you, and everything seems
great.
to be in order.
Fantastic.
Are you
Can I
going to
roll
check
sharp?
the 5 fine print?
Can I roll sharp?
I don't really do that whole reading thing. I'm more of an author.
Yeah,
Did you see my
I'll read.
book?
I'll read them.
I wrote a
Sure.
book.
You know what? I'm just going to stay out of this mess.
So that's a 10 plus 2 is 12.
Yeah, everything seems to be in order there, Paige.
Yeah, yep, double check, triple check. Yeah, all of these forms are in order.
Yeah, they are filled out. Everything appears to be in the right places. It's worded correctly.
And we now have an extra how many dollars?
It doesn't specify the amounts in the accounts. It just lists, proper names and banks and that sort of thing. There's no amount, but it's whatever they've got in their bank accounts, basically.
Nice.
Yay! Now we can make this place look nice.
Assuming they have anything in there.
Yeah. They're executives.
Of
Word.
course they do. Unless they're the type of executive that likes to look flashy and has nothing in there. And just-
Yeah, I've met those
Bankrupt.
types too many times.
I mean, they can't all be that type, can they?
No, these are the good ones. This is the church of the Church of Merc. These are good ones.
Yeah, we're great. We're the good type of former executives. We're all in on this whole church thing.
Good.
We
Was that-
should go back into town with these contracts and file them, and throw some Molotov cocktails at some corporation stuff.
How about we do it at a sleeve manufacturer?
Yeah,
And
That-
we
that-
don't do Molotov cocktails because this is a Church of Merc and we do not abuse our substances.
that is a good point. Merc, what is the Church of Merc stance on Molotov cocktails?
Well, see, we're kind of figuring out that not everybody likes to drink ethanol like Merc does. So that means that gasoline is okay. Other stuff, not really. We do try to encourage other flammable liquids that are not delicious and nutritious. Manure is fine. Manure is excellent flammable material.
Yeah.
We're actually real big into that.
Okay. Given that they'll be like, yeah, but of course not like distilled alcohol, just fuel, and the bottles.
Yeah.
We'll go burn down a tailor shop and file these papers for you.
Yeah, that sounds great. Good plan.
Oh, they're gonna run.
No, they're not.
Right. Did we kill like the main boss of your organization? Was that like the corporate headquarters or whatever, or was that just like some side branch of your shit?
Well, I mean that was the Planet Calamity head office for the Barks Corporation.
Was that
I
Mr.
believe-
Barks?
Oh no, goodness! He never comes here. But that was the assistant to the vice president of sales.
Taco.
Well, hey, y'all are gonna come back, right?
Oh, of course. Of course. Go ahead and roll sharp there, Merc.
Coming up.
Roll low. Roll low.
That's a
7?
7.
It's a 7. 7 flat.
Not technically a pass.
It's a partial success. So you look at them both. It was just 2 that you had captured, correct? Or was it more?
I think it was
I don't know if we
6.
ever settled on a final number. It's just
I know
anybody that
there
climbed
was-
into the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
So-
enough to make our car uncomfortable.
We'll call it 4, because I
I
know... I don't know that 6 could have fit in the car.
Yeah, I'm picturing 6 here, and I was like, whoa.
We'll call it 4, because I know there was 2 initially, and then there was an indeterminate number that was that crawled in afterwards. So we'll call it 4. So, Merc, 2 of them, you're really not sure if they're telling the truth or not. You're fuzzy on it. And then 2 of them, you're like, nah, they're going to come back.
Hey,
all
look,
right,
For
so
the
we've got
penny
a...
and for the
if you-
pound.
if you don't come back, you're gonna miss out on the next pizza party. And I know how much y'all enjoyed this one. We paid for this out of the church's budget.
So,
You owe us.
is there actually a pizza party?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We established that we got $1,000 for the last job, right?
Oh yeah, we
okay.
did. We allocated like a good chunk of that specifically for a party before we
Yeah,
divided it up.
exactly. Exactly.
So
There
in
was-
that
there was
case,
veg-
roll
There's
roll
even
charm.
vegetarian pizza for Paige.
Roll sharp.
Charm. Also, Michael has redeemed 2,000 guild coins for object placement. Near Beth, there is a bladed shield that spins, slicing and blend your enemies into fiery components that ignite things you've missed with a fiery explosion. Unfortunately, that would only work for a magic item, since object placement does not include weapons. It could be a shield, or it could be like a knife tool. But it couldn't be that. So if you want to choose something
That's-
different, that would be totally fine.
I appreciate the sentiment, though. That would have been so badass.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
Fire blender.
Yeah.
Suddenly we have our ignitable. We are going to use anyone who runs away from the cult of Merc as fuel. How does that sound?
Let's.
Should
Good
I
Cuisinart.
roll? Am I manipulating someone?
Perfect. I like that. That's why I was asking there. Because if it's true, then I would say you're just trying to convince them. But if you were lying to them, I'd say, yeah, use your weird.
No, it's definitely true. Then that's unfortunate. That's a -2
Yeah.
instead of a +3.
Oh, hey!
So that's a
But it
9.
worked out anyways.
First
Nine.
time.
So yeah, they believe you about the pizza party, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we love pizza.
As they're leaving, can I go up and tear a piece of like clothing or like tear like a scrap of clothing off of each of them?
Sure.
It's
I've
this
been
is
gagged,
in,
smacked
in
down.
case you go missing. This is so that the pups can help us find you and bring you back to safety.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Nice. Nice.
That was.
Don't worry. As long as you're with us, we'll be looking out for you. So don't worry about it.
The way you
That's
said that.
I get the feeling they are very comforted by that. Very
that's
much
great. We'll go get these papers filed right away.
Have fun.
So Beth
So
instead.
do I get on any profit you make, right?
Well, that depends on the
Wesley
status of your
scares
sleeves.
me now.
Oh no. No.
Look, can
This
you
is armor.
can you roll your sleeves up? Like you
It's
can keep
metal.
well, the armor is fine. Just the claws underneath
mean-
it. Just roll them up a little bit.
It's leather. What am I? I'll do my best.
Well, see, that's all we ask. See, we're understanding here at the Church of Merc.
So Beth, you do find a sort of metal shield with knives duct taped to the edges of them. They're like chef knives duct
When
taped
did
to
you guys
the edges
get
of the shield.
this? The craftsmanship is unusual.
I was just in here.
Yeah, it came with the place.
Oh, is anyone using it?
No.
Nah.
I'm going to take that then. I'm gonna go Athena on this bitch.
Love the reference.
Man. So, which place are we gonna go set on fire? I feel like it's about time for another pizza party, and if I keep drinking gasoline, we're gonna be stuck here.
Well, you did want to burn down a tailor shop.
Well, yeah, but they're not gonna come back. It's cool.
Oh.
Not to see what they're gonna go do is they're gonna go out and tell people about the cult of Merc.
Oh.
And then other people, other disenfranchised, sleeveless youths will come to join us. I've thought all this through.
Alright, then there's that bandit camp seems promising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's,
We need
we
to
could
go-
kill bandits, or we could go fuck King. We could go mess with King Pit. I'll get it.
Pig.
King Pig.
There you go.
We could go blow up his stuff. That's the other thing.
Which one will make us more money and leads to more treasure?
Well, bandits are bandits, and they kind of live in shitholes. King Pig is King. The pig is a mob boss and probably has
The
nicer
pig.
things to take.
True, if we blow it up, we will lose all that stuff, though.
Well, it's,
Are we
so he's got-
metaphorically blowing it up, or are we literally blowing it up?
Well, it's. I think the oil rigs we could blow up, but I don't think he would keep his nice stuff there.
No, I don't.
How are we
think,
going to get any money from
think
that
we should-
then?
It
All I
seemed like
see
a
is a
good
drain in
idea
our
when we.
resources.
It seemed like a good idea when we had it before.
Besides, if we take over the oil rigs, rather than blowing them up, we could get that. We could sell the fuel on our own, make fortunes. I mean, I hear oil barons are fairly lucrative.
Or counterpoint, we could drink it.
You can drink it. Anyone else would die. But good point, God.
Right. No offense to Paige, but I think we might have weighed some of the risks of operating as a group in an area that's extremely flammable. And trying to
say-
keep it not on fire.
Bandits generally do
bandits.
have good, interesting weapons, at the very least.
Yes.
This is
I'm
true.
ready. I'm ready to go and get rid of because they're our neighbors. We need to do something.
Be
about
friendly
them
with the
before they-
neighbors? I agree.
Yeah.
Fire.
Sure, sounds great.
Okay. Well then, do you all head out immediately?
I'm on it.
So do you all head out immediately?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put some of the pizza on the ground because I don't want the pups getting used to the idea of climbing on the table to get it. I know they're gonna get it while we're gone. I just don't want to. I don't want them to think that the table is an okay place for pup.
Okay. All right. They're very happy.
I'm
They
re-
dig into the pizza.
I'm really disappointed that none of the acolytes volunteered for pet sitting.
I know. It's all right.
We will get
Maybe
better.
they'll
at it.
spread the word.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So, as you all head out, do you go get your Jeep or do you just walk over to the camp?
How far away is the camp?
About 2 football fields away.
We could throw some of those tires that we have.
Set
In
them
the-
on fire, throw them, get a little
Yeah.
bit of damage done from a distance.
Yeah, breach the gate, all that stuff.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right, right after we moved in, we did discover that Paige could melt the walls a little bit to their encampment, and I forget if we knocked one down with the car or not. I seem to remember
Yes, you
that
did.
was a wild success, and nothing bad happened.
Define nothing.
Exactly.
And it also defines success, but
Should we take a day just to like kind of stitch our wounds up together? We're
That's
still kind of hurting, aren't we?
What are you talking about? I feel fine.
yeah.
Says the sleeve wearer.
Did you all get
The
shot in that
sleeves
building?
protected me.
Did you all get shot in that building? I don't think I got shot, which is weird because I usually get shot.
Oh, that reminds me.
I hurt my wrist. When I was the boner fart, I hurt my wrist.
I hear carpal tunnel's a real problem in those buildings.
It's helping with some of the other tenets of the Church of Merc, though.
I will, in fact, heal myself again.
Okay.
Speaking of damage, for 10 plus.
I've been meaning. Does harm
By the
ever
way-
just go away with time? Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Can't remember how
I think
it
I've been
works with
sitting on one
Monster
since
of the
like
Week.
the second episode, and it's just not done anything.
I'm pretty sure there is healing over time in the system, but I'm just not sure the exact rate. But if you've only had one, then yeah, it's gone by now for sure.
Oh, okay. Then I don't need to roll for healing.
Yeah, we'll say this is, you've had a night to sleep, and then, it's the next day. Also, to let everybody know, we've had 10 interactions on Twitter, so that's going to be 2d4 to the cast and to me,
Nice.
which is great.
Oh, now I can hear
yes,
the dogs.
it's
I can hear the dogs now.
It's been like that all day, which is great when you have a migraine.
Sorry to hear that. That's gotta be tough.
Yeah. I wish I knew what was going on, because the dogs are like the only thing I've heard all day, so I hope everything's okay over there and they're just being unruly dogs. But yeah, it's interesting. So 2d4 to the cast and to me, and I did just make a roll, which succeeded, and I can't tell you what it was for.
Oh no!
Rest in peace.
I believe we are all dead.
Speaking of rolls, can I try and make a premonition roll for our welcome to the neighborhood celebration?
Absolutely.
Howdy, neighbor, is what we're calling this operation.
Operation Howdy Neighbor.
That's an
Oh,
11.
you got a full success.
Nice.
So that, remind me again what that tells you?
Right, that does. On a 10 plus, you get a detailed vision of something bad that is yet to happen. I take +1 forward to prevent it coming true, and mark experience if I succeed in that.
Okay, so, yeah, you get a very detailed vision. You see all of you driving up in the Hummer, getting ready to launch those flaming tires. You see that the wall has been repaired where you knocked it down in front of the bathroom. And as you get within range, the wall falls down, and there is a giant minigun mounted in inside the bathroom, and it just rips through your Hummer, and all of you are bleeding and dying at the end of this. So from your premonition, you're able to tell that they are prepared for you, and upset about what you did to their wall.
Yeah, it's as my eyes kind of blink back. It's, oh shit. Okay, we pissed them off. They did not like that. They did not like that. They've got miniguns now.
What did you do?
It's we only busted one wall, and I think lit some of them on fire. Who can remember that sort of thing? Are we supposed to keep track of everyone we lit on fire?
This was literally like 2 days ago.
But yeah, now they rebuilt the wall, but now
It's
if
a
we
beautiful. Yeah.
There's a bunch of shit waiting for us behind it. So I think we need to find a different way in.
Yeah, but
You did see in the vision, Wesley, that it did seem like that particular side was the one that was reinforced. None of the rest of it looked different. So you did get the feeling that you could potentially get in a different way without it being quite as dangerous.
That's what happened. They came out because they were pissed that we were doing donuts on the lawn and started shooting at us. And then we knocked down the wall and left. I think that's what I choose to remember.
Was it donuts or was it more like a cannoli? Because, I mean, you were rolling the car the other way.
I mean, the car successfully turned. It does not. I don't think it matters in what axis.
Maybe it was sort of an eclair rather than a donut. Okay. So what's your plan?
So it's safe to go in the main wall, is what I'm hearing. The wall you already destroyed.
Yeah, I think anywhere but there is a good idea.
I mean, we're trying to be neighborly, so why don't we just go through the front?
I
Did you try
don't
to knock
think
on the
they
door?
like us very much.
What if we bring? Nope, pups ate all the pizza. Sorry, should have thought that through.
I was gonna say, generally, if you're acting neighborly, you bring in some nice baked goods. We could. How dumb are bandits here in Calamity?
You'd all know that they're pretty unintelligent. I mean, like,
yeah.
no offense, Merc, but they're dumber than Merc.
We just sing the neighbor song.
I was thinking we could bake them some get to know you. Make them a really nice baked good to bring over, and when they cut into it,
I make brownies that are really good. That make you see
explodes.
things.
Oh,
Wait, I
that
heard
could also
explode.
work. We could poison them.
Yeah, you know, I've heard from some other people who did not imbibe in the ethanol as well as I did that it will make you go blind.
I'm just saying we exclude that from my amazing brownie recipe. My brownies make you see things. I like my brownies.
Those can be shared for another time. But how would anyone feel about, again, either poisoning all of them or having an explosive surprise in the center of some neighbor gifts? I mean, as far as I'm aware, bandits will still sometimes accept those sorts of gifts.
I mean, I can make the brownies and you can put stuff in them.
Or we can do the Trojan horse method.
They eat the explosive and then we explode it in them.
Yes, or we could use that as a way to get inside. I'm just spitballing here.
Hmm.
I just
Thinking
want
of
to
what
say
other
hi.
past exploits might have done.
Alex, I assume there's a fair spread. Dumber than Brick, almost as smart as Brick, a bit smarter than Brick. There's a Brick bell curve. I'm assuming referring to the bandit intelligence
Brick
level.
is the average.
Yeah, well, so that's a good standard there. I like it.
Great bell curve. I love it.
So let's see then. I'm not. I don't know how I feel about the whole Trojan thing. Because then they surround us. But I like the poison brownies.
All right. Which method of poison? They might be able to smell gasoline, but then again, it might smell like pretty much everything else on Calamity.
Yeah.
I mean, nightshade.
Do you have
The problem-
Nightshade readily available?
I will say
Yes.
no.
I did hear. What about that
You
Oh,
could
what
go
was that
buy
glowing
some.
rock called? The not iridium.
Luridium.
Oh, the Luridium. The Jawbreakers.
Isn't that highly poisonous to mortals?
Sometimes. Sometimes, and then sometimes you get what Merc can do, or what I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not going to be a
But
good option.
I mean, it hulked out the last thing that ate it. That thing was.
You would know that
Okay.
poison would be available to purchase in a city or town.
How
So
far
that
away are we
night,
from the nearest town?
the nearest town is Vale, where you came from in the first place.
Rip. We should we should have sent the acolytes with the to-do list. Like, please bring back poison. Not for you, we promise. We're just gonna offer you some nice Kool-Aid.
Oh goodness. Okay, so poison is one option that you talked about. Explosives was another. Not quite sure how you'd bake explosives into a baked good, but I'm gonna say you can
Carefully.
certainly try. The other option was try to get them to drink gasoline, which you could presumably probably find some sort of keg to put it in, and offer it as a drink. Any other ideas?
Well, I do know the owners down at that shisha bar where all this mess started at, and I do get free beer every time I show them my tattoo. So I could probably call in a favor there. And
Are you allowed to just keep showing them your tattoo?
Well, there's
Is there
always
a
a new,
limit to that?
Oh,
there's always a new
Oh.
person in there. It's a weird tattoo. You didn't see me in my birthday suit, so you might have missed this one. So if I show you, you gotta buy me a drink.
Yeah, we don't mention that at all.
I will pass for now.
But we
You have
might
to
be
buy
able.
me.
No, I'm not. No. We could go down there and use their oven probably.
I'm just saying we should just go and knock on the door.
I like the gasoline and cake idea. Or in brownies, as the case may be. And if you get them high enough that they can't fight back even if they don't die, that could be useful.
See, that was my idea originally. I want to make them very, very special.
I say we let Paige do the cooking.
Sure.
I mean, I get the feeling she'd be cooking with gas and with fire.
Okay.
So, looks like we need to go on a baked goods run.
Yeah. I will give you this. There's probably not ingredients for brownies or cake here in this little office. So where are you going to go to get baking ingredients?
Can we get it at the oil refinery? Kill two birds with one stone.
There might be some basic grocery items at that little convenience store where Merc got the juicy yoga pants.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm still wearing those.
Yeah. There probably is a grocery store where you burn down the building. And there's definitely a grocery store in Vale.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing as they don't know me, I believe I should be the one to deliver the goods. So to speak.
Let's go to Vale. I think. we should go to Vale.
Or here's another cool idea. We could catapult them in. They would think it's a gift. They would correctly think it's a gift from God. Just tie a parachute onto the top of it, big blanket, and let it whoo right down to the center of camp.
Or we could just teleport it in.
teleported into their food stores.
Oh yeah, but they're bandits. Who knows when the next time they're gonna eat?
When it isn't human flesh. Good point.
I would not want to make human flesh brownies.
But what about flesh fajitas?
Yep.
No.
Flesh
Is
that-
fajitas sound good
is-
right now. No,
Is
wait,
that what
did I
that
say
taco
Alright.
truck was serving?
No.
No, I was having t-shirt fajitas. Or t-shirt
I was
quesadillas.
having no meat fajitas.
As you're talking and discussing all of this, you do notice that the sun's getting, pretty high up in the sky. You've been talking about this for quite a while, and the day's getting away from you. You all sort of get the sensation that it's time to make a decision.
Uh-huh.
I feel like
Going
that
to
might have
Vale.
been a message from from above in that case. Get the feeling we should make a decision.
Yeah.
Hey.
We
Or the DM's gonna kill us.
Hey, here's $50. Go into town and buy some drugs and some brownies. Here's $50. Whatever else you take care of. I'm gonna stay here with the
Absolutely.
pups.
absolutely. Paige drives into town.
Anybody else want to donate? $50 is not that much. Anybody else want to donate?
I was doing a little bit of side jobs. Take some money.
I need more. I think I'm running low on alcohol. If you could get me alcohol, I'll throw in for that.
And we're running low on milk.
Fantastic.
Don't know if anyone noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot I
Paige
needed to
just
make
writes all this down on a list.
I needed to make 2 other rolls. All 3 were successes. These were ones I should have made at the very beginning of the game, and I forgot to. Not that it really matters, timing-wise, but just to let you know, there were 3 rolls made, and they were 3 successes of some sort.
Not all this at all. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to drive to Vale. Do I roll to
Okay.
drive?
Roll sharp to not crash the
Did
car.
someone go with her?
That's an 8 plus 2 is 10.
Fantastic. You start the car up, and you're able to drive it no problem. Does anybody hop in the car at the last second?
I suppose I'll go with her.
Okay.
Yay!
So-
Yay! Road trip.
Beth and Paige are driving off to which place?
Vale.
Dale.
Vale.
To
Okay.
buy all the things on the list that Paige wrote down.
Perfect. You get to Vale, no problem. You're able to get into the city, and there's a spot where you could park the Hummer, sort of a little parking lot just inside the city.
Yay! I'm going to get my special ingredient and my non-special ingredients, but more of the special ingredient than anything else. And
Okay.
gasoline and milk.
All right. So what
Extra
type of
milk.
store? What type of store do you want to go to first? Like a grocery store, somewhere
wanna
where you can
divide
buy
and conquer?
poison.
I want to buy the stuff that's not exactly legal first.
Okay. So
Oh,
so
sure, because that's safe to carry around with us.
You want it on your person for as long as possible.
hey April. So the illegal stuff first, huh?
Yeah, because
Alright, so
Paige isn't exactly bright.
Okay. You've got a couple of options, and you would know this because you're familiar with Vale now. There are some barks, what do you call them? Vending machines, where you could potentially buy something like that. Toxies might have something like that.
Exactly,
That he
Toxies.
sells.
Oxys
in the
would be
back.
really nice.
Perfect.
Okay.
Here, you gotta play the slot machines to get the good stuff.
I enjoy slot machines quite a bit.
Okay. So you head to Toxies. Pretty uneventful trip to the bar. You get there and it's Toxie himself working behind the bar. Same outfit as, or similar as before. Skin tight, muscle shirt, big buff dude. really tight biker shorts.
Showing his man cleavage as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. As soon as you walk in, he does the double finger guns. Hey, welcome to
Okay,
Toxins.
just double finger guns.
And
I should not do the talking. I've never been one for people.
I need to make my special brownies. You know, the ones I made for you before?
So Toxin sort of leans across the counter and he's like, "Hey, what can I do for you? Special brownies? No, I don't remember you making me special brownies before, but that's not entirely unusual."
Yeah.
Especially if they were special.
Especially if they were good.
Well, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I need the special ingredient.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Love.
There's
She's looking for love.
She's looking for
Right.
the Mary Jane.
right. Oh, that kind of love. Okay. And he sort of looks around, looking at the exits and just scanning the customers in the bar. Like, yeah, I don't see any security. All right.
Is there any security on Calamity?
Oh yes. There's absolutely corporate security in Vale. So sort of a private police force. So sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there for a second. So he scans for security, leans over, and goes, "Okay. So how much did you need?"
Enough to tranquilize several horses.
You know,
Standard Tuesday.
chocolate is toxic to most animals, right?
Yeah, 6 ounces.
All right, that'll be. Does a little quick calculation. Tell you what, friend prices, that'll be 30.
Yay! Gives him 30. Oh wait, let me do the math here. Let's see. I got 50 and 50. That's 100. 100 minus 30 is 70 plus 30 is 400. Okay. Awesome.
He slides a little paper envelope, sort of like a manila envelope that has a little, obviously a bump in it from what's inside of it. He slides it across the bar.
Yay.
And I was like, "You didn't get that from me. I don't know you. If anybody asks, you found it on the street."
Exactly. Puts it in her.
Tentacle arm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you've got your drugs. What was left was what?
Next
Gas and
Flour,
groceries,
milk,
right?
eggs, cocoa powder, baking powder.
Exactly.
I love that you're listing off the exact ingredients for brownies.
Exactly.
People are making,
Like
right?
they would just. It seems like they would just have like a ready-made mix.
No,
We don't use mix.
If it's gonna be made with love, you need to make it from scratch.
Exactly.
What do you use if you're making it with hate?
Biscuit.
gas-
We
Gasoline.
don't talk about that
Clearly.
on family-friendly channels.
All right. I'm pretty sure this game passed family friendly last week.
No.
What happened last week?
Only last week.
I
I was being generous.
I'm not.
Cement and gasoline, I love it. All right. So you have a couple of options. There, as always, vending machines, or there is a small grocery store, and then
I
there's
always
a
like to shop
large
local.
super mega mart.
Mhm. Yeah, we're going to the grocery store.
Okay. So you go into the sort of mom and pop looking place.
Yeah.
Both of you roll sharp for me, real quick.
Yay, sharp.
This is gonna end badly.
Oh my gosh, that's another 12.
Okay.
6 and 4 and 2.
Whoa! I'm gonna
Okay.
use all of my good rolls.
Oh, that's a 10, by the way. You have a +1 to sharp.
Oh, perfect then. Well, then you both see it. So as you get up to the mom and pop store, which incidentally is just called Mom and Pop's, there's a tiny little line under the or on the bottom of the sign, and you can kind of squint and read it, and it says a Barks Company subsidiary.
Wah, wah.
What is
Yep.
it?
But do you go into that store?
Sure, why not? We're not gonna get away from it.
Just I mean, you don't have to go in there. I was just asking, for a friend. So you go into the store, and it's like a mom and pop grocery store.
You didn't piss them off, did you?
No.
Barks? It's not like you kidnapped their executives or anything.
We only kidnapped the junior executives. We blew up the rest.
Killed the rest with a chainsaw, a flaming
Alright.
chainsaw.
In their SWAT
Squinting
force.
eyes, pulling out guns just in case.
All right, so
I mean,
Wesley,
it's
we're
Calamity.
We're gonna talk about the tenets of Mercism right now.
Right.
That's just what
You're
we're
not
doing.
here.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Are
Just
we
a quick
doing
note.
to one of the executives?
No, they
Just
wouldn't shop
like-
here.
They know how bad the prices are. What?
Yeah. So the layout is pretty simple. You're able to find what you need without much problem. Beth, since you are walking around with guns drawn, go ahead and roll cool to be nonchalant and discreet about it.
Uh-oh. If there's one thing I've never been, is cool. Oh,
You have
I'm
a
Until
plus
now.
2.
my character might be.
No.
And you have a plus. Oh, that's still a 6, even with your +2.
Yeah, I do have a +2, so.
You should use
Oh no, that's a fail.
D4 or D6.
You do have 2d4 and 2d6. You could use one of those.
Is it really gonna be worth it? I'm
Yes.
gonna ask the party here.
Yes. D4, D4, D4,
All-
D4, D4.
Okay, Gwen votes D4. What about the rest of you?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay,
for it.
I'll roll a D4.
All right.
Well, it makes it a
Still makes
partial success.
Yeah.
I'm Akko Taco, but
Yes.
I look like a kid acting out the, Mission Impossible stuff. But
Yeah, you're trying to be discreet by holding. Are they like handguns? I can't remember which guns you have
Yeah,
at the
I
moment.
have a double pistol.
Okay, so yeah, you've got like a pistol in each hand, and instead of being discreet and like holding it inside your jacket or anything like that, you're holding them right up by your ears, like I am ready to shoot anything that pops out at any moment. And one of the employees comes up and goes, "Ma'am, you're gonna have to holster those in the store."
Oh. Okay. Holsters them.
Appreciate that. I'm gonna go back to stocking these Barcos in the cereal aisle.
That sounds like an awful name for a cereal.
I don't know. They're. I mean, the name's kind of weird, but they're actually pretty tasty. It's the chocolate version of Doggos.
Oh, have you guys ever, at a character moment, but have you guys ever had those awful Funko Pop cereals? Like they
I
have
had
their
no
little Funko.
I
Oh
had
my
no
gosh.
idea they made cereals.
Yeah, they're called
Yeah, you
Funkos. And they are the worst. They are
They
the
are.
worst.
They are. Seriously.
It's not even
those have
worth
not
it to
made
get
it
the
to
small
Japan.
figurine.
Funkos.
Pray it never does. And let
Um,
Japan remain a first world country.
Oh.
Patrick, you asked, are the Doggos for dogs or dog flavored? The answer is yes.
Raising them for cannibalism training.
But you're able to get the ingredients that you need. They have everything that you were looking for as in terms of standard grocery store fare.
Yay!
I assume you take it up to the front counter.
Yeah.
Okay. So the cashier rings you up, gives you a total, we'll say $20.
Yay.
So, how do you pay them?
With bucks.
Cash?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
$20 cash?
Yeah, exactly.
Where did you get the cash?
From the job, of course.
They paid you with a credit card.
Yeah.
Taco Taco?
Yeah. So I pay with the credit card.
Okay.
Dramatic music.
Yep.
I know, right? This should be emotional, guys.
So as you hand them that particular credit card, the credit card machine beeps. And roll sharp.
Are you serious? Oh, that's another 11 plus 2. 13. I love these
Nice.
dice. And
Oh, dang.
And by I love these dice, I mean I wish I would fail at least once. Because I'm
It-
one away from leveling up. But at the same time,
Every
it
time
is-
I pass, it makes me a little more nervous.
it is well, I want to pass, but at the same time I want to level up.
Mm-hmm. So just remember when I was talking about, you know, taking that job of blowing up or burning down the Barks Corporation building, and how I was talking about how some actions have consequences?
No, don't remember
No.
that.
I don't think I've ever heard that phrase.
I don't recall that part at all.
Well, then maybe this will be a surprise, because you notice that the cashier's eyes get really big as the credit machine beeps, and there's a message that displays on it that you can't read because it's facing away from you, but you can tell that just by the glow of the screen that a message has been displayed. And the cashier very shakily says, I need to,
You need
the
to
credit,
give us our items.
the credit card machine's not working right. I need to go get a different one.
How many people are in the store?
Yeah.
You noticed 3.
And we'd make Vale very pissed off, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I teleport out.
Oh,
With-
thanks.
with Beth.
Thanks.
With Beth.
You teleport with people?
Yeah. I grab Beth and
Grabs the
teleport out.
goods and teleports.
Roll
Yeah,
weird.
Grabs the goods, grabs Beth and teleports out.
Do not fail me.
Oh, snap. That's double 6s plus 2. That's 14.
Should we just teleport all the way back home?
14.
Holy shit. I was not
Okay.
expecting that.
So you teleport out. Where do you teleport to?
The Hummer?
To the car. To the car, yeah.
Okay. You teleport to the Hummer.
And drive.
All right, roll sharp.
Sharp. Oh,
A sharp do 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 do. do. Sorry,
Oh!
I've heard that song nonstop.
that is 10 plus 2.
Okay, start failing more.
Dice are, 12 total.
12. Okay.
Also,
So
the
you've
cat
rolled
hit.
a 12, a 13, a 14, and a 12 in a row here.
I have no idea.
You may have to start showing
I'm not-
pictures of the dice rolls you're
I'm
getting.
not questioning it, but at the same time,
I was gonna say, is Paige's luck just turning around from all that horrible luck earlier on in the game, in the campaign?
that was the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, you drive off, no problem.
With all your stolen goods in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get
I get the
back
feeling
and-
we can't go back there anytime soon. Those poor cashiers, like, sorry, your card's been declined, like, they may murder you or whatever, and suddenly, pop, they're gone with all the stuff. Like, did we just stream that? Was that real? Leave behind the marijuana.
No, the marijuana's on Paige.
No, I know, but it would be funny. Like, what? More questions.
They're just like, maybe I'll stay away from toxies for a few days. Drink more coffee, get more sleep, something like that.
One of those two is overrated.
Yeah, you drive back. So you've got your brownie ingredients and you've got your drugs. And you drive back. Question: where are you gonna cook the brownies?
Well, Paige likes setting things on fire, so
Yeah, and Paige is going to make an improvised oven.
Okay.
we're gonna start seeing some of those failures probably here soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, Red. This could be my Mississippi coming out. We can cook brownies on the engine block of the car.
That too.
I mean, they're gonna be filled with gasoline anyway. Wait,
I've
might
got
not
some.
be the best idea.
I've got some serious concerns with Paige intentionally trying to send fire towards the car.
No, I'm saying we just run the car and let the engine block get hot, and then.
If it's full of what is it? Well,
Marijuana.
yeah, or no, it's gonna be full of gasoline, right? As well. We're gonna drug
No.
it and poison it, or just drug it to hell.
RV on the card. Cook out
I
in the
mean,
desert.
those. That
And
is-
Pandora or
That is 6
Calamity.
ounces, and we're making one batch of brownie. 6 ounces in one batch of brownies is going to mess you up completely.
Well, see now that like if we're gonna get into the science, that depends on how much THC is actually in the brownies. If this is some skunk weed, then I mean it ain't gonna do nothing. But if this is like some of that California Kush, some of that Afghan Widow, then we might be in trouble. Not saying that I know a thing, but I know a thing. And,
So
Hey, Dad, it's the good Kush. This is the dollar store. How good can it be?
yeah, right.
It's from Toxies. How good can it be?
It's
um,
definitely laced.
it's okay. As
You
someone
get
who
what you
knows
pay for.
zero terminology, it's we're gonna say it's good quality whatever it is, and it's probably laced with a hallucinogenic compound.
It's the good shit.
In addition
Okay.
to
It
whatever
is-
it normally
it is
is.
medium tier shit. It is medium tier shit. Good.
All right.
For
it-
Calamity, it's really good.
Calamity days do get awfully hot. I bet we don't even need to turn on the car. Just put it in the windshield and it'll bake. Like, you're looking at what,
Yeah.
110, 120 degree days?
It is a little past high noon right now, so it's still rather warm outside.
Did we
Okay,
get
I need to
did we get a
check.
significant chunk of the first of Merc's holy gospels taken care of while the shopping trip was occurring?
They were probably gone for like an hour.
Ah, okay.
Strand is called Merc's Mercy. It's high noon. It's a little past high noon, but yes.
Very
Okay,
high.
roll.
It's gonna be very high noon later on.
Roll. I don't even know.
Sharp.
Probably sharp.
Gotta
Yeah.
be sharp.
To
Gotta
make
be sharp.
to prepare the brownies.
Oh, there it is. There it is. A 5 total. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Okay. You mix the ingredients. You do so poorly. You made brownie soup. But it looks okay to you.
And I
now,
leveled up. Finally.
Cool.
Let's,
So you've got
let's
your
have-
bowl of brownie batter, which is more like brownie soup.
It's a piece of cake to make some crazy brownies. I got Raven to laugh.
My
Oh, but
brain
how-
immediately went to the Dragon Ball Z abridged episode where
Oh no.
Goku's singing that.
Mhm.
It's only
Okay.
valid unless if it's the explicit version.
God, no! I hate that version. That's so horrible.
So lost.
But it's so good.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, Paige,
It's better you don't know.
Yeah.
what are you doing with your brownie soup? How are you putting this in a... What container are you putting it in? Where are you putting it to bake? How long are you trying to bake it for?
How baked are they gonna be?
Yeah,
And I'm not talking about the brownies.
Look, the trick is to use it at a low temp because you don't actually want you don't want to smell it. If you smell it, then that means the good chemicals are getting into the air. You don't want to do that. You want to take it at a low temp for an extremely long amount of time.
Exactly. So that's why we're doing the engine block.
Or I thought we were doing it.
That is not a low temp.
No, or sticking it in the windshield.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
How guarded has the brownie soup been during this discussion?
Oh no.
Oh no.
The pups.
Oh no, I meant maybe the pups and me, because with my poor impulse control, I feel
Is
like I
there
would at
already-
least
is the
stick a
marijuana
finger in
already
to
in
try.
Yeah, it's already in the,
Yeah.
the
Oh my
batter.
gosh, if the pups
It's
eat
batter.
it. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, poor pups.
Oh.
I'm going
we
to
can
say no on the dogs because chocolate is toxic to them, and a cruelty to animals is a hard line on this channel.
Exactly.
There's lines on this channel?
Yes.
Let's definitely not. Yeah.
Yes.
However, Wesley, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, I dip a finger while I'm keeping it away from the pups.
Are you rolling? Because I'm rolling against it.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm rolling
what
sharp.
Okay, roll sharp to see if you notice anything, Paige.
That's an 8 plus 2 is 10.
So
You're about
So
to get
Wesley,
whipped with this.
you can see Paige is watching you as you're trying to do this. You can still try to do it, but Paige is watching you.
What
Paige
stat
is
would dip a
always
finger be?
Just
I mean,
just
this is
do it.
involving a substance, so it's got to be cool.
Yeah.
Hey man, you cool? You cool?
I'm cool.
Are you really cool?
No. I'll go ahead and use a luck.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
No.
I want to see this. I want to see it play out with
I'm
a
just-
3.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Not gonna lie.
How
I wanna
much
see
luck
it
do you
play out
have
with a 3.
left?
I'm like, that'd put me at 4 out of 7.
Oh my god.
I'll let the 3 ride.
Okay.
Miss the bowl.
No,
Yeah.
he gets the bowl. You gotta stick your finger in the bowl. Try to be cool about it, like, yeah, I see you. What you gonna do about it? And instead, you push your finger down a little too hard. you flip the bowl over.
Oh
So there's batter all over your hand and on the table. Most of it's on the table, so you could probably scoop most of it back into the bowl.
No, I'm scooping. I taste and I scoop.
It tastes disgusting.
God.
You get about 2/3 of the batter back into the bowl. The rest is just on your hand and clothes and smeared across the table.
Better or worse than the gasoline that Merc gave me to drink?
Oh, much better. This has some sugar in it at least.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! I am insulted.
Do I think there's anything to mixing the two together? Could that improve the flavor profile?
No, you don't think that at the moment, but give it about 10 minutes and maybe you will.
Okay.
You just had 1/3 of brownie batter.
with very, very high amounts of
MJ. Yeah.
yeah.
Zad said we're not winning the Great Bake Off. What made me think of is that one episode which became a meme, which is started making it, had a breakdown. Bon appetit.
Here you
It's gonna have to roll sight to see what the hell he sees. Okay, so Wesley just dumped out 1/3 of it. Paige, are you still gonna pour it into? What are you pouring it into? You don't really have a
Still
kitchen
good.
here.
It's still good.
A pan.
You have
do
the
have-
shield.
Yeah, we have the shield.
You do have a shield.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Okay, yeah. You could peel the duct tape and knives off of it and use it as a
If
makeshift.
you do it in the inside of the shield.
Yeah, that would work. It's a metal
Use
shield.
it as makeshift pan.
I mean, you're making it for psychotic bandits, so I mean,
They'll probably love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
It
if they're
adds
not
character.
What if they're not dessert people?
Then we'll give them their just desserts after the fact.
Exactly.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you stick it in the windshield, and you let it
Heat
sit
for about 4 hours.
4 hours. Okay.
Cars in hot temperatures, they generally get around like 165 degrees, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Uh,
low temp, long time.
you check back in about 4 hours, and it's sort of like a brownie sludge. There's a thin sort of film on the top, like it's partially cooked on the top that kind of looks like the top of brownies, but the whole thing is still really soupy and sludgy.
Time
Time
to try
to
the engine.
time to try and use magic.
Oh no, not in the car.
Not in the
Yes.
car.
No, I'm going to take it out of the car, put it on the ground, and then use magic.
Okay.
So +3 to weird down.
Okay.
So that is a 5 and a 1 +3. That's 6 +3. And I'm going to use D4
Okay.
as well.
Here's your last D4.
That's a 3. So 6, 9 +3 is 12 total.
And what exactly you're trying to do?
I'm trying to make the brownies. Just magic.
Yes. How are you using magic to make the brownies? Paint me a word picture.
So, Paige has made brownies before and knows the exact temperature to cook them at, and just holds the shield and holds another hand under the shield with fire
Okay.
and makes the brownies.
So
cooks
sort of
them.
like just like a sustained flame to let them cook for a while. Okay, it takes a while.
Yeah, and the other hand is heating the metal as well.
Okay.
So there's fire, and the other hand is heating the shield. So it's hot. So it's really hot.
It takes like an hour, but eventually what happens is you end up with brownies that are kind of burned on the bottom, and then the top is really, really still gooey, because the mixing was a fail. So so they had too much liquid in them to begin with. So it's like super ultra gooey brownies on the top and sort of a slightly burned
Paige wouldn't have burnt them very
crust-like
much.
thing.
That's the best kind.
Yeah, on the bottom.
Yeah, they're the best kind. And then takes her sword and then cuts them.
Okay. Where you cut, there's still lines in it, but it sort of just kind of oozes back together underneath the top of it.
They'll love these.
Last
Still
to your
alive.
face. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Let's see there, decadent winch.
Yeah,
That's a
lava cake
fun
brownie.
name. Like a lava cake brownie. Yeah, it's kind of like a lava cake, but also brownie. It's like a lava cake and a brownie had a forbidden abomination of a child.
And Paige just carries the brownies on the
Oh,
shield.
I should be the one to deliver. Since they don't recognize me, I wasn't here for most of.
Are you going to touch the burning hot shield?
Oh, we're oven mitts.
Why is it still on fire?
There's no oven mitts.
Where are the discarded sleeves?
I think Merc ate
I
them.
think Merc ate
Right, I'll take one for a team. Rips off her sleeves, rip off her sleeves, and uses those as weapons.
Yes! Yes!
I was just
One of us.
I was just going through my head. I was like, all right, what fabric would be left? I was like, well, there's the seat cushion. Nope, the dogs peed on those. Well, there's Merc's old clothes. Nope, those got dunked in sewage.
All
You could rip
right, she
something out. Nope, the car
sacrifices her
got burned.
sleeves.
Okay. All right, you have this tray of
Brownies.
what we're gonna call brownies. And,
I'm just gonna ding-dong ditch them. It's like a nice little just being neighborly note.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So
They make
what?
indications we're from the not the same neighbors.
There's just a note that Paige wrote. This is howdy neighbors.
Okay. So let me
This is
paint a
a
picture for you
card that
here.
we pass around so everyone can sign.
No, we don't
Sure.
want them to know it's actually from you
No.
guys.
No, it
That's
just
the
says
reason
howdy
I'm
neighbors,
going.
and Paige
We
wrote
just-
it.
We tell them that wasn't us. Those were evil twins.
No, we
They
just.
all had mustaches.
It's just a note. This is howdy
They had-
neighbors that Paige
It
wrote.
was Ned.
That couldn't have been us. Those people had sleeves, I think.
Okay. Everybody, hold up. Beth,
Sorry.
you're good.
I
Let
have
me
the
describe to you where you're walking, because this may alter your plan.
Okay.
So between the exit to this sort of mined cave where you're staying right now and the bandit camp is just flat desert. There's no cover.
Okay.
So if you do want to sort of like knock on the gate and then run, you could maybe try running along the wall to one side. But you're still... It's not like you can just run and hide behind, a rock or something like that.
Okay. I have great charm, a -1, so we'll play this out like a good neighbor.
Okay. So you walk over there. It takes you a while. I'm assuming you walk and not take the Hummer.
That would be the smart thing to do.
I would think so, but just double checking.
Paige.
Well, they might
Hey.
also recognize the Hummer as the one that destroyed their wall, right?
I think there would be a good chance of that. Yes.
Okay, yeah, then I'm going solo.
Paige
Okay.
follows behind stealthily.
Why? They're gonna recognize you.
Roll cool, Paige.
Perfect.
That's gonna smack you.
These dice! I am not lying. That's 11. That's an
11?
11.
Okay. You're nonchalant. You're walking casual. You're not really drawing a lot of attention to yourself.
Just
But they can
batted.
definitely see you because you're in the middle of an open field.
Mm-hmm. But I look very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does have tentacles now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tentacles.
And a
And I had
mustache.
sleeves before.
So Beth, you knock on the gate, and
Yep.
you hear a voice from behind the gate go, "What do you want?"
I'm being neighborly. You can tell Beth is really new at this. Neighborly. I brought you brownies.
They're very good brownies.
Roll
You are-
charm, Beth.
Yeah, I was waiting for this. Watch as I fail. Ready for this? Ready
it.
for this shenanigans?
Please.
Hey!
9!
Wait, minus
Okay.
1?
-1, so it's an 8.
An 8. It's
So it's
still a
gonna be
big success.
awkward.
Yeah.
It is very awkward. He's like,
Exactly how it should be.
you brought us brownies. I don't think we
Yes.
have any neighbors.
Just shut up and take them.
Geez, somebody's pushy. All right. So, what is this like dinner and dessert, or how
You
does
think
this
I
work?
also made you a casserole? Where would I hide a casserole? Just shut up and take the damn brownies.
I love her so much.
All right, fine. You're that in a hurry to get eaten. And the gate opens up, and there's a couple of big, like, brutish-looking, psychotic bandit guys.
I just woken up the kids with the damn brownie line.
And they walk forward. One of them puts their hand on your shoulder, and the other one picks up the brownies. And you get the distinct impression after a couple of seconds that they think that you're part of the meal.
Me?
Like they're going to literally try to eat you.
No needs my best.
I'm going bounce now.
I am going to flame fire missile in their face.
No,
Beth
don't.
has this. Beth has this.
Don't create a doorway or anything. Just go straight to offense.
Just gonna back away.
Okay, so Beth, roll cool.
Yeah.
To act under pressure, to detach yourself from their grip.
Plus,
Oh, so
what
your
is it?
cool
It's
is
a plus 2
2
to cool.
Yeah.
So an 8. It's
An
awkward,
8?
but
Okay. So you're able to like awkwardly take his
no.
hand off your shoulder and take a couple of steps back. But they're like, hey, you can't just walk away. You're the main course. But you're able to take a few steps back away from them before Paige does whatever Paige is gonna do. Go ahead, Paige.
I know what Paige does. Paige does fireball. Fire missile.
Just as a
in
quick
the one-
reminder,
you would have just done all the brownie stuff for nothing.
Just as a quick
Yeah.
reminder, no reason. If you're curious about how you can interact with the show as a viewer, there's the donation links. You can do things like roll with advantage or the Phoenix Astro, which means that if a character would die, as may very well happen in a minute, that they don't actually die. Just no reason, just throwing that out. Go ahead, Paige.
I think Zan and Wesley are like watching, right? Just from the
No.
door of our cave. Just like, this is going well so far. They
Just found a little bit of the good kush that wasn't used, and just. I think they're dead.
That's got it under control. Watch.
Gwen, are you gonna roll?
I rolled a while ago. It was
You
8.
think those guys are gonna come back?
plus 3 is 11 for weird.
11 for
I
weird.
remember you leveled up a lot, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 11. Beth, you find a roasted turkey in your backpack.
What?
Some weird side effect of magic. There's a roasted turkey in your backpack now.
Yum, I guess.
Main course right there.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Here's your main course.
As Paige does a fire missile in their face.
Okay. So Beth, you do have them the
Here's
turkey.
your main
They're
course, a knuckle sandwich. Never mind, a fireball.
They're like, oh, I like turkey. Okay, yeah, this is much better. Why does your friend like? Oh God. However, the DM has a D6. DM's gonna use that D6 and get a 6.
DM's
Yes.
gonna be dead to me here soon.
So that's gonna make that 11 a 5.
And I can't level up again, so I don't get any more experience.
No, that is gonna be a 5. Which means it goes horribly wrong with the fireball.
This is going to suck. Every effect happens, but you trigger all the glitches The effect happens. You trigger all the glitches but one.
Yep.
So there, where is the glitch? Is I usually have Monster of the Week open.
Actually, it's we're an hour 45 minutes in. This seems like a good spot for a break. So while Gwen is looking that up, we're gonna take a quick break, 5-10 minutes. Stretch your legs, get some water. Now that you're back, Zan, we're gonna do our break right now while Paige is looking the stats up. So we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes, and we'll find out what happens to Beth and Paige in this
I'm so dead. I'm so dead.
literal garbage fire here. Be right back.
Oh. Goodness.
right, we're back. So there was some discussion over the break, and Gwen has opted to take the basically magic shorts out. Gwen's not going to be able to use magic for the rest of the session.
And it does nothing except for hurts me,
Okay.
which is a thing.
So you take the damage, and no magic happens.
So
I still get the
that's-
roast turkey, right?
That's 2 damage.
Yeah, they take the roast turkey. They look at
Take
Paige.
the brownies.
Yeah, they take the brownies and the turkey. They look at Paige, and then they look at you, Beth, and go, "Is that one okay?" They look a little twitchy.
No, they're not. I will be leaving now. And walks away.
Okay. Did you want this one, or are we good to take this one too? They look yummy. Maybe a little
No.
bony, but
And Paige
Just for Paige to
currently
start
has-
walking in the other direction. Just go.
Paige's
Just go.
hair is on fire. Starts walking away.
Just turn around and walk away. Just walk away.
okay. No, I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna make you roll anything. You walk away.
Roll to
And-
not trip.
I was just gonna have you roll charm for that little bit of conversation, but nah. So you're able to walk away. They close the gate, and you hear loud, kind of gross eating noises from the other side. And yeah, that's.
How long does it take for marijuana to kick in?
I have
Oh,
no
man.
I'll
idea.
let you know.
It all depends. It depends on how hungry they are, if they've been drinking, if they've been eating, their metabolism.
Usually between 15 and 30 minutes.
No,
Usually.
no. I'm gonna stop you right there, Paige. No, it does not. No, it does not, Gwen. No, it does not. That is how you make the cardinal sin of edibles. Because you think after 45 minutes, you're like, oh, well, this is fine. I guess it's a weak batch. I'll just have to have another brownie. And then you eat another brownie, and then in 25 minutes the world is upside down, and you're like, oh,
Exactly.
no, made
Exactly.
mistakes.
Good to know.
Yeah.
For the
I
sake of the
know.
game,
Devil
We're
tries to
gonna
control
say
his
that-
kneecaps.
with the stuff that Toxie's using, you'd probably know that about an hour, we'll say, with when cooked into things, it'll take about an hour to go into an effect.
Alright, so we just wait around, we vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paige is like, why can't fire happen? Why can't fire happen?
Hands Paige just one of those small little lighters, the big ones, and go crazy.
That looked like it went really
So you're
well.
just-
There was
Now Paige
there
is
was
just
a
like,
lot less arson than normal.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What was that? Why was there a roast turkey in my bag?
oh, that was April Dawn used object placement to have one appear in your backpack.
Oh
So,
man. Beth looks
2,000 guild
accusingly at
coins.
everyone, like, who put that in there?
Nah, wasn't
was-
me.
It was definitely Merc. Merc is gone.
In character, the real reason was for in character purposes, some weird side effect of teleporting from the grocery store. It pulled one of the
And she just never noticed
Like-
the roast turkey.
yeah, it pulled it into
Or
your
it's just on
backpack
a
and you just didn't
delay.
notice. Yeah, you just didn't notice, and you're just like, in your hurry to get away. You're like,
It
wait
was
a
an
minute, my
ethereal
backpack's.
foul.
Oh my goodness.
It's great. That's
So
great.
an-
That's
An
best.
hour passes, and you all hear some gunfire and some yelling. And then after about 10 more minutes of that, it's pretty quiet.
I say let's reap our spoils.
I think they're lit.
They would be if I had my magic.
Yep,
Let's go.
So we go there.
Okay.
Have we just been getting stoned and drunk, Wesley?
Like
Oh,
in
that's
general,
right.
or
Yes.
You. Okay, wait. So Wesley ate the batter like 5 hours ago, because we baked this thing forever.
No.
Because we
yeah.
baked the brownies for 4 hours inside the car.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Wesley, you would have been like seeing things.
Oh,
6 hours. 6 hours ago. It was 6 hours ago.
that
Excuse me.
conversation. The conversation was a lot more interesting from my perspective.
Yeah, you're probably like, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably seeing like the leftover smeared brownie batter on the table pull together and rise up as sort of this like brownie batter golem on the table that's just looking at you going, "Eat me! I am yummy!"
I've never
Brownies
had
are good
marijuana
for you!
before.
I don't have a good counter argument. Brownies are good for me.
Um,
Don't
So,
have, I
if you-
love that.
if you try to eat the brownie, what would probably end up happening is you see yourself as just like eating the brownie that's going yay, but in
Thanks,
reality
brownie.
you're just like lapping up the batter off the table. So you got like brownie batter all over your face because you're just licking it up
And
like
that's
a
just
dog.
gonna perpetuate the being stoned part of things.
Yep. So,
So
So
you're-
I
you're-
think this makes our second tenant: indulge thyself in thine sacrament.
So
Write it
yeah,
down.
Wesley, you're still pretty high by this point, probably.
I might need some help writing that one down.
An hour passes. Yeah, Merc and Wesley, you're definitely somewhat inebriated, but enough sober that you can function. Do you go check out the bandit camp now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that our group has a little bit less collateral damage capabilities.
Okay. Do
That's
you
not a
take
good
the
thing.
Jeep over there, or do you walk?
Let's get the car for a quick getaway.
Yeah, we need the car. Paige wants to drive the car into the camp.
No.
What if we use the catapult to take out that minigun?
Yeah, let's do that. So what do I roll to drive the car? I think it's sharp. Oh, shit! Double sixes again. That's 14.
Okay. You drive the car just fine over to the bandit camp. You're outside of it. How do you want to go about attacking this gun? Presently, all the walls are up.
This is my department. I am the
Wait.
expert on this.
When I saw the gun, could it swivel at all, or was it like firmly pointed in one direction?
It could swivel.
What if we snuck in and used the gun, but on not us?
I don't
That's a
trust
high
you
that's a
manning
high
it.
risk movement.
I mean, I can just walk through the wall. I can walk through walls now.
Are you still high?
Yes, he is.
I've seen you walk through walls, but are you good enough to walk through and not walk the wrong way?
What would the wrong way be?
Don't know.
What if I what if I crawled through the wall? Would that please the group?
I'm open to ideas.
I'm just imagining Wesley walking away from the wall and thinking he's walking into the wall.
I mean, you can point me in the right direction, and there'll be a gun there.
Okay.
We don't have to. It was just an idea.
That's another D4 on the Twitter. It's 15 interactions this game.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, yes. Amazing.
Very nice. So you've got a D4 back.
I direct Wesley in the right direction, and Wesley goes
Okay.
and mends the gun, right? Walks through the wall, mends the gun.
All right, Wesley, roll weird. That's kind of what I was going for with that description there, Patrick. The brownie golem was sort of the gingerbread man from Shrek.
Do we have any D6 there?
Yeah,
Would a
1d4
D6
and
help if that
2d6.
was Snake Eyes?
we have a D6 and D4.
Yeah, it would still help.
Okay. Or do I spend a luck?
You need at
You
least
should
2 to make it not a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Okay.
roll the D6 and the D4. Come on.
I'll start with the D6 and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So that's a 8.
It's an 8, so a partial success.
Why don't we just take the partial success? Why don't we just
All
go with
right.
that?
Yeah. Perfect.
So quick reminder, the cast currently has 1d4 and 1d6. No switches, no advantages, no borrowed success, no Phoenix Astra. The GM has 3d4, no d6s, no switches. Alright, so you managed to walk through the wall. In the process of walking through the wall, you trigger the release for it, and the whole wall falls down.
Mixed bag.
Yeah, everyone, you can see that the minigun is pointed, actually, it seems to be pointed directly at the car, and there is somebody sitting in the seat. Wesley, you're on the ground floor of the building that contains the bathrooms, and the second floor is the one that has the minigun.
Okay.
You can see the stairs. Everybody else, you can try to take a closer look. You can duck for cover. You can try to shoot it. Anything that you want to do. But you do have a short amount of time in which to do it.
I'm gonna fling a tire into the front gate.
Into the front gate
What
of
if you-
the...
What if you fling the
Front
tire
gate of the
into the
compound.
person that
Okay.
onto the person that's sitting on the minigun?
Well, that depends. Have you ever tried to hit a fly with a shotgun before?
Can't say I have.
It's difficult. We're aiming for a small target with a big shot. That's to not ruin the minigun too would be tough.
Okay, go ahead and roll tough.
All right, tough. +1 because I've read my book, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a +3 total.
Oh no!
Total?
Needed that +3. That's good. That's all right.
Oh, it doesn't have the 3 in there. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an 8 total. Okay.
Yep.
And you're hucking just a tire, right?
Yeah. Just one of the. I think we have 2 tires left after this.
Yeah. So you huck a tire at the gate. It spins and wobbles in the air, smacks into the metal gate, bounces off, and you hear a dum 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 doo as it bounces a couple more times and rolls into the camp.
That worked perfectly.
That should have been our Trojan horse. Everyone get into one of those tires.
We only had 3.
Paige is like, me next.
We send in. The plan is simple. We send in Paige.
Okay. Well, so in that short little span, quick reaction right after the wall falls, Merc launches the tire. What does Beth do?
I suppose she gets ready to fight. I should have thought about this beforehand, but I didn't. So yeah, she's gonna be drawing out weapons.
That's kind of
Okay.
our motto. It's fine.
As I say, it's sort of the stick of the group, really. So you're fitting in. So you pull out guns. All right, Paige, what do you do?
I get in the catapult and say, "Shoot me!"
Well, I mean, this is happening at the same time that Merc is launching
Oh no!
the tire.
She grabs onto the end of the tire and yeet.
Oh, even better, even better, even better.
You can try to do that. Roll cool. So you act under pressure.
Wow. I got a 0 in there. Oh shit, that's a 10? I am so surprised as Rosie.
Okay, so what is your goal here?
Sorry.
Get in the tire and get into combat.
Okay. It's a car tire, so you can't get in the tire.
Grab onto the tire.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to do this as a success, because it is a success, but I'm not seeing any good way this can turn out.
I mean, this might be a good point to throw out one of those D4s that you got there, GM.
Sure. We'll do that.
No,
It's sort of like when
no.
somebody succeeds at something, but you don't see a good outcome possible. What do?
I was not expecting a good outcome. I was not expecting a good outcome.
And yet you did it. Okay. So that's a 3 on the D4, so that makes your 10 a 7. You managed to grab onto the tire. But it's on a catapult. It's flinging really freaking fast. So you grab the tire, but it quite literally rips out of your grasp because it's a tire and it's been catapulted. You have a nasty case of rug burn on both hands, and you take 1 harm.
Oh, good. I'm at 3 harm. Again.
All right. So all of that sort of happens all at once. Wesley, what do you do now?
Wait, didn't the 4 turn it into the D4 turn it into a 7? Wouldn't that still be just a partial success?
That
Yeah.
was the partial success.
What would be a failure?
Not getting in the catapult.
Getting in the catapult.
Oh.
That was a tough one. It's like there really is no good outcome there, no matter how you slice it. So that was my compromise.
Take 1 harm was your compromise.
It was better than it just hitting her in the head.
Oh my gosh.
It's like when somebody says, "Hey, I want to jump inside that cannon with the cannonball." I got a success. Huh. What do I do? All right, Wesley. What are you doing?
So I like to think from my position, I look to where the wall fell, and I see the car in obvious harm's way, and just zooms in specifically on the car and not any of the people in it, as Hero starts playing in my head as I pull out my chainsaw and run upstairs to try and protect the car.
Okay.
And
Make it up the stairs.
groovy.
Yeah, it's with the hallucinated brownie man still on my shoulder. This is gonna be real groovy, brownie, as I light up my chainsaw and start running with it.
Okay.
What ways to one groovy?
So as you bring your chainsaw up, the light of the flames on the chainsaw as you come down, you can see that the guy on the gun is completely passed out unconscious. Do you still cut into him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you think, brownie?
Kill him!
All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder, Raven.
No, that was perfect. So yeah, there's lots of blood and guts and charred fleshy bits from the
Not my
flames of the
car, you
chainsaw.
So groovy.
Not our car, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Not again.
He's so out of it from what he just ate that he doesn't even know he's dead.
All right.
Good night,
So do we
April.
just storm the castle?
Yeah, you have a clear, open way to get inside the camp now.
Yeet.
Paige, if you wanted me to put you in the catapult, you should have just said, "Time to bring in the heavy artillery." Go ahead, have a seat. I'll shoot you next. I'm sure you got magic that can save you.
Paige is already been flung.
No, you grabbed onto the tire as it was flying through the air, and it just sort of ripped out of your grip.
You tried to rugby catch it.
I thought I was getting in the catapult and then getting flung.
The tire got shot first. You can get into the catapult now.
Go ahead, I'll shoot you. Don't worry, I got
All
good aim.
right. Yes.
Okay.
That's
Not
what I
what the
wanted.
bathroom says.
That took me a second. That's great. Yeah, Merc, go ahead and roll tough. Launch our dear friend Paige here through the air into a metal wall.
Pages.
So that's a 7. 10 with the. Oh, that's right. I keep looking at that and thinking, oh yeah, that's the whole number. Okay. So 10. Yeah, your aim is dead on. Are you aiming at the gate again, or do you change trajectory at all?
Oh, I forgot.
I'm trying to aim
about my
slightly over the
enchanted
gate.
clothing.
Slightly over the gate.
Okay.
Yeet.
Paige,
Get her in the center of camp.
you
Her
are
magic's
launching.
empty. Yeet.
Yep, you're launching
She
very
never said
rapidly.
this to Merc. Merc
Very
has no
rapidly
idea
through the
she has
air.
no magic.
Yep, into the camp. You clear the gate. However, you have literally been launched through by a catapult and are now rapidly approaching the ground, which seems to want to become intimately familiar with your front side.
I have
The
enchanted
tentacles
clothing.
catcher.
What do you do?
Yeah, that's perfect. It said the tentacles. The tentacles save me.
They got ground down to nubs. Trying to brace for him. Sorry, I'm just spitballing. I'm getting tired, so
I love
You're
it.
good. Roll tough, I guess.
Roll tough. This will be great. I'm hoping for failure. Come on.
oh God.
This might be the
Oh.
one roll to not hope for failure.
That was actually
Yeah.
5.
Total 5.
Yeah.
No reason, just curious. Do you have a backup character?
I have enchanted
Now would be a
clothing.
great time for a Phoenix Astra if anybody is just holding on
Feeling
to that
generous?
donation. Yeah.
I mean, I can
We
get a
got-
D6 and a D4 if you really want.
Well, I mean, I'll just put it this way. even with your armor, you're gonna take 4 harm from hitting the ground by being launched from a catapult, because there's just no way. And failing your roll to soften the blow a little bit.
Use the extra D4, or do we
You
still
do
have
have-
D6?
You do have luck as
One-
well.
You can just succeed. I've been spending those like crazy.
Yeah, I'll just spend a lock.
Okay. You're insanely lucky all of a sudden, and you managed to land on your feet with 0 harm. It's quite
Backflips.
literally a miracle. And you're
There's your
standing.
Merc.
Yeah, and you're standing in the middle of the bandit camp, and you can see that there are several very shot up and cut up bandits all over the ground. Clearly, somebody saw something that wasn't actually there, and it started a fight. And it looks like a lot of the bandits that you can see have killed each other. There's about half a dozen dead bodies sort of littered around. There's a lot of little makeshift buildings, made mostly out of like sheet metal and boards and things like that. You can't see into those, so there could be some people in there. There might not be. Can't really tell. There is an empty shield with little brownie bits still on it. No turkey bones, which is a little maybe disconcerting, maybe not. And then there is a sort of bunker-like door with a bunch of graffiti and red paint, at least you think it's paint, splattered all over the door with various warnings and rude comments. And that door seems to be locked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to walk up to the gate as Beth
Okay.
and climb over to join Paige.
Okay. Roll tough to scale the gate.
Okay. Yeah, I scale it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you hop up the
I
gate.
look pretty cool doing it.
Yeah, you hop up the gate, no problem, and you look like a total badass as you just sort of stand on the top of it, sleeveless, with your coat or whatever sort of billowing in the wind, and you hop down, and you like do the superhero landing right next to Paige.
Awesome.
Yay!
Merc, you see all of this. Everybody's surprisingly, miraculously fine. What do you do?
Well, now there's nobody not to tell me to drive the car. So
Oh no.
I'm gonna drive the car and try to get through that there gate.
The gate that's still closed?
Yep.
Okay, roll sharp.
And if you succeed, you just realize that it's a terrible idea. That's all the roll was for.
Just to clarify, I knocked down a wall when I came in, right? Like there's an
Yeah.
opening.
Well, I mean, the wall opens up to the backside of a building, basically.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Well, that's cool.
It's as if you took like the city wall and the wall of the building down with it. So it's just like the back wall of the entire building is just gone.
That's a 6.
Is that the 6 total?
6 flat.
All right. Are you going in front ways or back ways?
Oh, front ways. We're being
Okay.
neighborly here. Nobody uses the back door.
No. I mean, are you backing into the gate or are you driving forward into the gate?
I think I'm just driving forward.
Okay. You floor it. Steer towards the gate. You hit it, but you hit like the stud of the gate, and it just totals the car. There's no more airbag because it's already been deployed, so probably smack your head on the steering wheel. Would take a couple harm from that. The front of the car is pretty trashed. The engine is not functioning. The gate is severely dented. You could much more easily climb over it now, but it's still in place.
Ow. Ow. Nope. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb. I mean, if I've still got anything left to do with it, I'll climb over the gate, but Merc's probably a little stunned from that one.
Okay. Yeah, you can sort of climb over the gate. Paige, you're standing there with Merc and Beth, and then Wesley, have you sort of gone into the middle of the camp as well, or?
Yeah, I'll start making my way there.
Okay.
Am I hallucinating? Because I thought I saw Paige get shot out of a cannon and live.
Catapult, actually.
All things are possible in the Church of Merc.
Yeah. All praise Merc.
Except for opening a gate with your car.
What about the car?
Oh, we
We need to get a new one.
Hijacked.
What? Is it okay?
No.
Oh, it's still there.
After all he did to protect them. Who's gonna be the one to break it to him?
We had to. We gave the car to a farm upstate.
What is it? Are there lots of roads?
Lots of roads, lots of bunnies for it to run over. It's happier now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna need some time with this.
Do you go out to inspect the car, Wesley?
No, it's. I'm not going upstate.
Okay. All right. You all see the carnage in front of you, and the little buildings. There's probably half a dozen or so various sized buildings around, in sort of a semicircle. And then there's a big locked bunker door.
I say we start looting through the bodies to see if we can find a key.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be
Or-
fun.
I'm gonna change into a boner fart.
Okay, roll.
And, I
roll
mean,
weird if you need to roll weird. I can't remember if you need to roll for
Nah.
that.
just
okay.
do. But I'm gonna try to rip the door off its hinges. So if you want me to roll tough or weird for that, I will.
That seems like a tough.
Alrighty. Boom. So that is an 11.
An 11. You try to rip the door off its hinges, and that is a success. But this is something that's specifically designed to not be destroyed this way. So I'm going to give you this. And rather than ripping the door off its hinges, you're able to sort of damage the lock enough that the door is able to be sort of wedged open a tiny bit, just big enough for like a single person file, single file line of people that could go in.
I still continue. I still go around to loot the bodies just to see if I can get any cash.
Sure.
And I'll
roll
stab
sharp.
them after.
Oh no,
Loots them.
I'm gonna find nothing.
Okay.
Yep, I find. Yeah, that's a 6.
A
Hey,
6.
you find experience.
Right, I can.
Yeah, you try to search the bodies, and then you have sort of an existential crisis in the middle of the searching, and you realize, what am I even doing? I'm searching corpses, when I should really be focusing on the experiences that I'm having. And you decide to leave the corpses alone to rest in peace, and you feel enlightened for the experience.
And Paige is
Sucks.
just going around stabbing corpses,
Okay.
making sure they're
Paige,
dead.
Paige, you get bloody. Not your blood, but you get blood splattered all over you now. The corpses are still dead.
Wounds?
That sounds like tetanus right there.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I only
Hey.
have one harm.
Hey, is
I have
anybody
one
left
arm.
in here? Anybody left? Anybody still alive?
Are you shouting in the bunker?
I'm just shouting near the bunker, so
Okay. You do hear a voice coming from inside the bunker saying, "What the hell's going on out there?"
oh, we're new management.
We're your neighbors. Hello, neighbor.
And the guy sort of retorts back, "New management? I'm the management here." And sort of steps into the light a little bit. And you can see this hallway of the bunker. And he's got like, it looks like a 5-gallon, or not a 5-gallon, a 50-gallon drum has been sort of cut into medieval armor pieces. So he's got like a
Sad right now.
medieval helmet made out of the top of a 50-gallon drum, and like a boilerplate sort of bulkhead door style shield, and a breastplate that's just thick iron, and a really, really big dude. And in his other hand, he's holding a minigun. And
I could totally do something if I hadn't had to crit now.
yeah, and he gets ready to fight you all. And I think that's where we're actually going to end our session for tonight.
Did you notice me drooping?
No, I've just my brain is the migraine and everything. My brain's just not ready for this fight right now.
It was a lovely
fair
session,
enough.
though.
It was a
Um,
very long session.
about 2.5 hours. We usually go about 3, so we're a little bit short of our usual time, but that was a
Seemed
lot of
longer to
fun.
me. Mm.
Well, I mean, I think half, or maybe not half, but like a third of the session was arguing whether we should go with the pot brownies, or the poison, or the exploding cake, and trying to decide which was the right route to go. So that might have been part of it. But still, that was really fun. And we'll be back next week, same time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go on a raid
11
here in
a.m.
a
Japan
second.
time.
Yes. We're going to go on a raid here in a second, but I do want to give everybody a chance to say what their favorite part was and talk a little about any projects that they want to share or anything like that, where we can find them next. Also, what should our raid cry be? Feel free to throw that in chat as we...
High noon.
High noon, okay. It's a good option. But let's start with Zan. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? What are you working on? All that good stuff.
Well, favorite part. I did like Merc's miraculous catapult. That's gonna obviously now be a holy relic in our temple,
Of course.
since it's the car it's attached to is no longer functioning. Kind of anything that it throws is now follow. It doesn't go in a normal path, but it follows an arc of the covenant. And
That was terrible. I love it.
I think that was probably my favorite part. And again, I'm Zan. You can find me on Twitter at InsanityTTRPG or InsanityGaming.com or Patreon.com/InsanityGaming. And next you can catch me is probably going to be here, unless something unforeseen happens and I pop up somewhere else, as I'm one to do sometimes. And it was great game. You can looking forward to seeing how we managed to combat this boilerplate man.
Me as well.
Me
All right,
without magic.
Yep,
Sadness.
that's gonna be fun too. Gwen, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And yeah, anything else that you want to share?
Well, my favorite part was when I failed and then Beth succeeded. But then again, but now the consequences of that are coming to fruition, and I'm like, I I was happy about that, and now I'm not. So mixed feelings. Kind of the theme of the day for me.
So you're feeling that was a little bit of a mixed success then, with your mixed feelings.
Yeah.
All right, and we can find you next
You can find me next Saturday.
Saturday.
Here, but you can also find me Friday on what's his name? Drawing a blank on the Bob Scary's channel.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Fiasco. It's
Friday Night Fiasco. That's awesome.
It's at the same time as your water game, but
Okay.
I'm doing that.
Cool. Yeah, Bob's a lot of fun. He's a good guy. Yeah, I don't remember the name of his channel off the top of my head, but it's I think it's Bob Scary VOA or something like that. But cool, very cool. Last of the order, what was your favorite part, and where can we find you next? Anything that you want to share project-wise, anything like that?
My favorite part would have had to have been the very awkward neighbor gift. Like, yep, you're also going to be part of dinner. And, just delivering the brownies, being able to explore the fact that, this gruffer, very low charm, low charisma person trying to step into that role of being the friendly neighbor. I think that was hilarious imagery there.
That was pretty great.
Where you can find me next is probably going to be here. I'm on Twitter. I'm last of the order there. I don't talk a lot on there, but you can find me if you need me, and yeah. So that's about it.
Awesome. All right, Patrick, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you? All that good stuff.
So much of it was great. Having to catch Beth up on all the like what did you people do while I was away type stuff.
All of the things.
And then I think my favorite part is that the car got a happy ending and got to retire. That's the take home there is happy endings are possible.
Okay.
I'm a Tatrick on Twitter. Besides being here, you could catch me for a few more episodes over on Tales from the Grim on Wednesdays in their Viewer Watchmen mini-series using Blades in the Dark. It's Wednesdays from 6 to 8. Got a couple more weeks of that to show people.
Fantastic. My favorite part, actually, it was really funny watching, for lack of a better way to put this, Paige making poor life decisions, and everybody else shaking their head like, no! And then it oddly, miraculously kind of working out in the end.
The dice were loving it, clearly.
Yes. But it was just funny seeing everybody's reactions, and yeah, that was all. That was pretty great. Also, the very beginning, really, with Beth face planting and still nobody hearing it because everybody else was also having similar failures of their own. It was just really funny, and I think very on brand for the show. So that was fun. As for where you can find me next, I think we're going to skip Blackfeather Tavern tomorrow. I'm working on some stuff to sort of add things to that show to make it even better. So I think until I get those figured out all the way, I'll probably put that one on pause. But I don't expect it to be, gone for the rest of the season or anything like that. It may just take a couple of weeks. But you'll be able to find me tomorrow night playing Tilda on the Tickfall Files, as well as you can find me Friday at, I believe, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Or is it 1 p.m.? Yeah, 1 p.m. Mountain Time over on Encounter Roleplay. I'll be playing Senior Chief Petty Officer Ro Alana over in the Star Trek game there. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I just got to see her art that was done today, and it looks amazing, and I'm really excited for everybody to see it. And then I'll be DMing Water, the new tabletop that I've been designing, for a one-shot of Water Friday evening. Yeah, so we're going to go on a raid. We're going to go raid Scrat. Our raid call is It's High Noon, which is extra appropriate because Scrat is currently playing Overwatch. So that'll be a lot of fun. Definitely give Scrat a follow if you are not following them already. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Bye.